my subjects, as I owe King Henry VIII. And indeed, people often ask me, was justice in my time brutal? The truth, yes, it was, because it had to be. England was a kingdom of treason, rebellion, and heresy. I, its king, today I will speak plainly to you of torture and execution in Tudor England. To those who break the law, defy the throne, or threaten the soul of the realm. Let's begin in the Tower of London, the place where many enemies of the crown met their fate. Some never made it to trial. They were tortured for information, confessions, or names of accomplices. First of all, let us talk about the rack. Perhaps the most feared device of them all would be tied down, wrists and ankles, and stretched slowly, till joints popped from the sockets, muscles tore, bones cracked. Most confessed before it got that far. Indeed, the thought of the rack sent many to confession, but one would try to avoid the pain of something so cruel. But indeed, another thing that did often work was something quite the opposite of the rack, that being the scavenger's daughter. Instead of being stretched, you were crushed, forced into a crouched position, bound in iron so tight blood would pour from your nose and ears. Used sparingly, but those who endured it never forgot it. Can you imagine being stuck crouching on the ground, unable to move or barely breathe? Then, of course, we have the manacles. Chains hanging from the ceiling. They be suspended to your wrists, no support under your feet. The weight of your body alone would dislocate your shoulders within an hour. Simple, cruel, and effective. Next up was the thumb screw. Small but vicious. Fingers or thumbs would be placed between the metal plates, and then said plates would be tightened with screws until the bones shattered. It was often used to get names and to break silence. It oft worked. Then we have another thing known as the iron boot. Not used often, but when it was, your leg would be placed into a tight-fitting boot. The wooden edges were hammered in it until the leg inside was crushed. It was no punishment. It was a message. A message that one would not forget. Pair of anguish is another one. Now this one is apparently debated by many historians. The story alone terrified people, for it was a metal device shaped like a pear, was inserted into the mouth or elsewhere, and then twisted open from the inside. Not just would the sides expand out, but the rod in the middle would go up. For you'd be twisting. It was most painful. Not every punishment ended in death. Some were branded, literally, with hot irons. AV for vagabond, AT for thief, or even H for heretic. Once marked, you were never truly free again. The challenge of church, mine or realms, was the challenge of every soul of the kingdom. And for that, there's only one punishment: burning at the stake. Men and women were tied to stakes, wood piled around them. Sometimes oil would be added. They were set ablaze as the crowd watched. in London, in Smithfield, in small towns across England. Indeed, many times the fire will be small, and you will either die a slow, painful death, or the fire will be large, and you will be engulfed in flames and die rather quickly. Indeed, if you were lucky, you may be strangled before being burned, but many were not. Indeed, it was the most painful way to go. Some were innocent, others dangerous, but all of them were warnings. High-born traitors, nobles, queens, courtiers, they faced the axe. A single clean stroke if the executioner did his job. Anne Boleyn, my queen, was granted this sword instead, brought from France, a swifter, more honourable death, while others weren't so lucky. Indeed, like Margaret Bow, Countess of Salisbury, who did not go quietly. She ran from the block, refusing to kneel. The executioner chased her and struck her repeatedly before she finally fell. It was chaos and it haunted the court. Indeed, he is said to have chased her with his axe, swinging at her, before he finally managed to hack her head off. Indeed, she was 67. Many would think me a monster for it, but I did what I had to do to keep my throne, and I would hope that will not be questioned. Some say I ruled with fear, and they're right. But fear kept peace, kept order, above all, kept England. If thou were a man convicted of treason, your family would have all your lands, money, and titles taken away. You would be tied to a horse, dragged to your place of execution, where you would be hanged half to death. But when you were between life and death, you were cut down, cut open, disemboweled. You would have your limbs cut off, before finally ending with your head being chopped off. Many did not die until they were beheaded. Indeed, you would watch as your guts were burned in front of you. And 'twas a most painful way to go. Indeed, it was only used for the men, but many who I had sentenced to meet such cruel fate, especially ones I had known since they were mere boys, I would spare them the full pain, and I would have them hung fully before anything else. I'm Henry VIII, and if you think today's justice is cruel, you wouldn't have lasted a week in mine. Indeed. I admit, my subjects, this video has not been the best, but indeed, of course. With more videos coming soon, expect to see more of me, especially in full-length videos. Until then, I shall see you all very soon.